The stock market has just experienced its worst day of the year. The Dow Jones plummeted over 700 points in a single day, marking its worst performance of 2025. The S&P 500 also took a heavy hit, recording its most negative session of the year. But there's something even stranger. The world's most influential billionaires are all selling their stocks at the same time. Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and even the Walton family have been offloading massive amounts of shares from their own companies in recent months. Buffett, widely regarded as the greatest investor of all time, has been liquidating large portions of his portfolio. Bezos sold Amazon shares worth $8.5 billion in just 9 days. Zuckerberg offloaded 1.4 million Meta shares right before the Dow's collapse. Even Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, has sold a substantial chunk of his shares, something he hasn't done in years, worth $233 million. These are not casual sales or minor portfolio rebalancing operations. These are large-scale moves, record-breaking in terms of stock sell-offs by these financial giants. Buffett, for instance, has sold over $66 billion in stocks over the past 9 consecutive quarters and is now amassing an unprecedented cash reserve, $334 billion in liquid assets within Berkshire Hathaway. But the real question is, why? Buffett himself has stated that he's not moving away from stocks and still loves investing. But seasoned investors don't make decisions based on emotions or sentiments. These moves suggest a well-calculated strategy. Bezos has conducted his largest stock sale since stepping down as Amazon's CEO. Zuckerberg is selling while Meta is betting everything on artificial intelligence, gradually moving away from the metaverse. The Walton family has liquidated over $5 billion in Walmart shares. Is this just routine portfolio management? Or do these leaders see something coming? The economic landscape is concerning. Inflation is rising again despite the Federal Reserve's interventions. High interest rates are putting pressure on families and businesses alike. Consumer debt has surpassed $1 trillion, while corporate debt is reaching critical levels. Over the next 12 months alone, $2 trillion in corporate debt will need to be refinanced at much higher rates. And it's not just a credit problem. The job market is on the verge of a seismic shift. Goldman Sachs predicts that up to 300 million jobs worldwide could be affected by artificial intelligence. So what's really happening? Are these billionaires preparing for an economic collapse? Or are they simply shifting their resources into new opportunities like AI and emerging industries? One thing is certain. When the world's richest individuals make the same decision simultaneously, it is never a coincidence. Historically, when the masses buy, billionaires sell. And when the masses sell, billionaires buy. History may be repeating itself. After years of sustained growth, the market is changing. The smartest investors seem to be reducing risk, accumulating cash, and positioning themselves for the next big opportunity. The real question is, what do they see that the rest of the world hasn't yet realized? Maybe they're waiting for a market crash to buy back stocks at bargain prices. Perhaps they foresee an impending financial crisis that will force the Fed to cut interest rates, triggering a new investment cycle. Or maybe they're preparing for a paradigm shift, transitioning into new technologies and industries. Over the past few decades, those who anticipated major shifts were the ones who gained the most wealth. Silicon Valley was built because certain investors saw the potential of computing before anyone else. The same happened with the rise of the internet, social media, and now artificial intelligence. If Buffett, Bezos, Zuckerberg, and others are selling their shares, it could mean that the old economic cycle is over and a new one is beginning. But who will be ready to capitalize on it? Understanding market cycles is essential for any investor. Historically, financial markets go through phases: expansion, peak, contraction, and trough. When billionaires make coordinated moves, it often signals a shift from one phase to another. If we are indeed at the end of a long expansionary phase, what comes next could be a period of decline before a major reset. Those who position themselves correctly now could stand to gain the most in the next phase of growth. Consider past financial crises, whether it was the dot-com bubble of 2000, the Great Recession of 2008, or the COVID-induced market crash of 2020. Each of them presented massive opportunities for those who were prepared. Investors who bought stocks at rock-bottom prices during these downturns saw life-changing returns when the market rebounded. So, is now the time to prepare for a similar opportunity? Some experts believe that we may be on the brink of a major financial transformation, driven by high levels of corporate debt, a rapidly changing job market, and disruptive technologies like artificial intelligence. If this is true, we are entering uncharted territory. Will AI replace jobs faster than new ones can be created? Will the US government intervene with economic stimulus? Or will we see a prolonged period of economic stagnation? These are the questions that top investors are asking, and they are making moves accordingly. Individual investors should pay close attention. Markets are unpredictable, but the signals are clear. The major players are changing their strategy, and when the big players move, the financial world follows. Understanding these moves isn't just about watching stock prices. It's about recognizing patterns in global economic shifts. The coming months will be crucial. We may see further turbulence or new investment opportunities. But one thing is certain. Financial history teaches us that those who can read the signals early always have the upper hand. Preparation is key. This doesn't necessarily mean selling everything and holding cash, but rather diversifying, researching future-proof industries, and being ready to act when the time is right. Now, the real question is, how will you prepare? What steps will you take to ensure you're not caught off guard? The best investors aren't reactionary. They anticipate and position themselves before the masses realize what's happening. Consider your own financial situation. Do you have enough cash on hand to invest when opportunities arise? Are you keeping an eye on emerging industries like AI, renewable energy, or blockchain? Now is the time to educate yourself and strategize. If you've watched this far, it means you are someone who pays attention to market movements and wants to understand what's happening behind the scenes. That puts you ahead of 90% of people who ignore these signals. But knowledge alone isn't enough. Action is what separates successful investors from the rest. To stay updated on global financial trends and learn how to protect your investments, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. This way, you won't miss any updates and will always stay one step ahead of the crowd. We break down complex financial news into simple, actionable insights so you can make informed decisions. Hit the like button if you found this analysis useful, and share this video with friends, colleagues, or anyone who might be interested in understanding the strategies of top investors. The more we stay informed, the better decisions we can make for our financial future. And now, I want to hear from you. Do you think these billionaires are preparing for an imminent crisis? Or are they simply reallocating their capital toward new opportunities? What industries do you believe will be the biggest winners in the next decade? Let me know in the comments below. I always read your insights and appreciate your thoughts. Your perspective matters, and this channel is a place for open discussions on financial trends and strategies. Thanks for watching until the end. Stay tuned for the next video with more analysis and in-depth financial insights. And remember, opportunity favors the prepared. See you soon.